In this video series, I'm going to show you a step-by-step system and strategy for cashing in as an affiliate for physical, everyday type products. We're talking things like TVs, we're talking cameras, we're talking video game systems, video games themselves, very popular items that people buy that people want. So to do this and to start your research and also to become an affiliate, we're going to use the Amazon.com affiliate program for this example. Now there's a whole variety of additional programs that you could become an affiliate for that this would also work for, but I'm just going to show you this as an example. So what you want to do is go to Amazon.com. So let's just go over to Amazon.com to become an affiliate. So you're just going to go to Amazon.com right now, and what you're going to choose right here is any of these categories right here. So let's just look for something that we know is very popular and that people want to get, and those would be things like, let's say, TVs. People really want good TV systems. So what I would also choose is best sellers. So go to the category that you choose, televisions and video, and then select best sellers up here at the top, best sellers. And this is going to tell you the best sellers under television and video. Now, if you want to see actual televisions and where they rank as far as the most popular televisions themselves, then I would take a look at, obviously you can niche this down and see bestsellers for a variety of topics. So this statistic here is updated, about every hour, and it really gives you some good indication as to the top TVs that people want and that people want to buy. So I find here that the Panasonic Viera X1 series TV is very popular among people, and so you can stand to make, about 4 to 6% commission on televisions, which is really good for this style of, for what Amazon is. Now, Amazon does have a cap on certain higher end electronics, so you might look for other products that maybe don't have a cap, so you might consider digital cameras, for example. You might just look at straight electronics. Those are always popular no matter what the time of year is. And those, in any time you can look at a store like Amazon and they can tell you what the best selling items are, it's a really good indicator to you that that item is extremely popular. So what I'm doing here is just browsing through, and you want to look for things like, for example, here's the Flip Ultra HD camcorder, very popular, Flip mini camcorder. It's one of the top 5 electronics. So this would tell you, maybe I should become an affiliate for this product, because a lot of people want this item, obviously because it's a bestseller, top 5 in electronics on Amazon. You notice here something very interesting too amongst the entire electronics category. You'll notice that in the top 10 here, I've ran across 2 GPS systems, 2 Garmin Nuvi GPS systems nonetheless. So that also would tell you that that's also extremely popular. So you might consider setting up a site selling Garmin Nuvi GPS units. That might be another idea for you. So these are all just some ideas of ways you can cash in. And as I scroll down here, even through the top 20, I come across several Garmin Nuvi systems, and I come across several different versions of the Apple iPod, and I've come across several different digital cameras. So that kind of tells you some good ideas here that the Apple iPod products are very popular. The Kindle within Amazon's popular. That's the electronic reader. Digital cameras are popular, GPS systems. So these all give you some ideas of some potential systems that you could actually start up and that you could actually go with, and some niches and focus areas. So for this example, obviously you can grab any of these as we go through the system. Now also, alternatively, another site that I want to draw your attention to that not a lot of people know about within Amazon is actually a site called endless.com. So let me just go here real quick. It's endless.com. Now this website looks totally different than Amazon, but it actually is an Amazon.com property. Now the reason I'm recommending this product, or this website in particular, is because Endless.com actually, it sells a variety of accessories, things like expensive expensive glasses, sunglasses, different items like that. And what's great about Endless.com is, for one, it is an Amazon.com property, but the other reason I like this program is because they pay out at 15% on their affiliate commission. So they will pay out at 15% Whereas these guys are paying out, Amazon, which is still good, will pay out between 4 and 6%. They're going to pay out at 15% for popular items as well. Now, obviously, Endless.com isn't really selling electronics here, but they are selling things like Oakley sunglasses that are extremely huge. And Oakley sunglasses is what we're going to use for our example here as we set this whole system up. So basically, this is, in a nutshell, you can just browse through, look for some items that you know are popular. And that's what we're going to do in the next video, is kind of show you how we do the niche research once we've settled on a direction we want to go. I know that Oakley sunglasses are very popular, so that's going to be kind of what I focus on here as we set this up. And after we do this, then we're going to go about setting up an Amazon.com affiliate account. And the product I am going to promote will be from Endless.com just because of the commission structure, But obviously the same rules will apply for whether you're promoting an Amazon.com product or a product you found on Endless.com, because they're run through the same affiliate system. So I'm going to show you how to set that up, also how to do the research on the product that you've chosen to promote. For this next video, what I'm going to do is show you the product that I've selected to promote. So I'm going to go through here, and I've decided to target in on Oakley sunglasses just because Oakley sunglasses, there's a variety of Oakley sunglasses. They are very popular and they are rather expensive as well, which means a higher payout as an affiliate. At 15% commission on, let's say, a $195 pair of sunglasses, you stand to make about $30 a pair. So that adds up pretty quickly for yourself. So I would recommend that you go after that market. So what I'm going to do here next is go right on over to Google, and we're going to do some quick keyword research. So I'm going to go to Google and go to the AdWords keyword tool. AdWords keyword tool. And this is all important for this entire special system here. So inside here, what I'm going to do now is plug in the main product name that I'm going to be going after. Now this is going to be slightly different than other kind of research that you may be doing. So, it is just because we're promoting a different sector of products. We're promoting a specific kind of physical type product. So let's just type in here, like Oakley, and then put in these keywords or these characters here. So Oakley is going to be where our keyword goes, our main keyword that we're going to pull from. So let's see here. We've got a variety of different options here. You've got everything from Oakley Juliet, Oakley goggles, Oakley polarized, Oakley sunglasses, just a whole list of different kinds of Oakley sunglasses. Now what I like to do is come over here to where it says global and do a search that way. And then also come right over here to where it says match type. And when I click on that, that just sorts it from the most searched for to the least searched for. And I'm going to choose phrase match because it's going to give us a better indication as to the popularity, for example. So as we go down here, what we're looking for is just some keyword phrases that might jump out as being keyword phrases that look like they could potentially have give us some traffic and different things like that. So for example, here's one: 49,500 people in the local search area, and then 74,000 every single month are looking for Oakley gas can. Oakley gas can. Well, when you click on this, you're going to see that right inside here of Endless.com, for example, it looks like they actually have some Oakley gas can sunglasses. So let me actually, yep, there's one right there. There's a pair. There's a variety of pair of Oakley gas can sunglasses. Now you could probably do a quick search, and type in gas can just to see here what they have. And yep, there's several Oakley gas can sunglasses here. And these are very popular sunglasses because look at that search volume compared to some of the others. So you can see that that is very, very popular right there. Oakley gas can sunglasses. So that would definitely be a good niche that you're going to want to go after. So all I did there is I settled on something I was going to promote. Now let me show you if we were going to do like a TV, for example, or another gadget. Like let's just say we're going to do a Garmin Nuvi GPS just because they're so popular. So I'd come right over here to the Google AdWords keyword tool. Again, you can just go to Google, type in AdWords keyword tool. What I'm going to plug in here then is the name of the product, or at least the product manufacturer and the brand of that. So Garmin Nuvi. And I'm just going to do a keyword search and see what we get back here. So what I'm getting back here for Garmin Nuvi under phrase match, I'm finding that there is a lot of potential traffic here. We've got Garmin Nuvi 200, 246,000, Garmin Nuvi 200W. So all of these are potential niche markets within Garmin Nuvi. So you can see there is a lot of potential right here within the Garmin Nuvi niche. So it really kind of verifies it because you see them in the top sellers here. Plus, when you go to the Google AdWords keyword tool, you want to try to narrow down the most specific style of keyword phrase. Now, for this type of promotion, unlike when you're promoting ClickBank products where you want to find different keywords like weight loss and fitness and things like that, when you're promoting specific physical type products, your main keyword phrase research is already pretty much done for you. And basically, right here, this is where your research is. Garmin Nuvi 260W, that's the model name and the name of that product. Flip Ultra HD camcorder, 120 minutes. That's the name of that product. Canon EOS Rebel TLI. So that's the specific name of that product, and that's going to be the keyword phrase you would target throughout this entire campaign. So you can see that, that's definitely going to be one of the best bets for you, just because it's very convenient, and those are going to be very targeted visitors. Apple iPod Touch 32 gigabytes, Apple iPod Touch 8 gigabytes, so that really kind of helps tell you that these are the best potential videos for you, or excuse me, keyword phrases to be going after is the name of the product. And the reason you use the Google Keywords tool is if you're involved in something like Endless.com or even Panasonic, for example. You really want to get some ideas of Panasonic TVs that might do well. You want to look at different keyword phrases within Garmin Nuvi that people want. Like Garmin Nuvi 260W, that tells you right here that model of Garmin Nuvi is very popular, so you might try to sell those products. But you see here, Oakley, when I just typed in Oakley, I found gas can sunglasses as being one of the most popular phrases. Well, lo and behold, they sell several of them at Endless.com. I can become an affiliate that pays out at $15 a pair. So you can see, or 15%. So it actually adds up rather quickly. So that's really where you go, is at this phase, you want to really narrow down what kind of product you're going to be promoting, what product you're going to promote, because this whole system is going to be centered around promoting one product, then going on to another product and promoting that hard, and then going on to another product and pushing that one hard. So you can see here how it can, it's going to take a little bit of effort, but as with anything, it takes, effort to actually be successful online. So you're going to just need to focus in. You need to look for the keyword phrase and kind of determine the direction you're going to go. So my direction is going to be Oakley gas can sunglasses. That's what the whole entire focus is of this campaign remaining. And so when we go on to the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Amazon.com affiliate program so you can become an affiliate for Amazon and also Endless.com at the same time. In this step, it's now time for you to become an affiliate for Amazon.com so you can start promoting the physical products that are very popular for good profits. So you need to go to Amazon.com, Amazon.com, and I recommend that you scroll clear to the bottom of the page, so Amazon.com, and scroll all the way down. So Amazon.com, scroll all the way down to where you see Make Money with Us, and then you want to click on Join Associates. Join Associates. And what you'll see on this page is basically kind of a tour of the Amazon affiliate program. It talks about kind of what the program offers you. Just kind of gives you some really good ideas as far as different ways you could promote things. So what you need to do when you first get there is click on Join Now for free. And then just put in your email address, and then put that you're a new customer, or if you are an existing customer, you could put that in, and then go on and sign in there as well. So that's how you would sign in. Or you can just log in once you become an affiliate here. So this is kind of an example account here. Okay, so I'm logged in here to the Amazon.com account. This is what your brand new account would look like. So what you see here is, just some different, a very nice, clean, simple layout within Amazon. So you just need to make sure you go to Join Associates to become an affiliate for Amazon.com. So what you want to do then is, at this point, you should have settled on what product it is that you're going to promote. So we're going to come back to our Amazon affiliate site and actually go in here, and I'm going to show you how to set up your links when we're ready for that process. But first we need to go actually to a next step, which is to grab our domain name and then actually get our hosting account set up so that we can actually start moving forward with setting up a mini website for this campaign, and then also work from there on just promoting and getting more traffic and getting as much traffic as possible for the specific products that we have decided to promote and push out there to the market. For this next video, it's time for you to register your domain name. To do this, I recommend that you use GoDaddy.com because it is very important that you have your own domain name with hosting. Now, there are ways you can get around this, but to really make this system work properly, it's very much advised that you have your own domain and that you have your own hosting set up. So what you're going to do now is go to GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy.com. I highly recommend them. I think they're a great company. They're reliable. They're fast. They're efficient. Sure, there's other website domain name companies out there. You can get your domains through them. That's not an issue. I'm just using this for this example. So what you do is you go right here to where it says start a domain name search. Start a domain name search. I recommend that whatever product it is that you've elected to promote, whether it's the Oakley gas can sunglasses for this particular example, or let's just say a certain brand of TV. Let's just go to Amazon.com and let's just grab a brand of TV. So let's just go to electronics here and TV and video, and then we'll just select best sellers, and let's just go to TVs, televisions right here. Okay, so let's just say for example that we've decided to promote this Panasonic Viera X1 TV. So I would copy that, and you could plug that right in here to GoDaddy here and just take out the spaces. Then hit go. You want to hit the orange go because that's going to show it. Now this shows you the Panasonic Viera X1 domain is already taken, so you might add Panasonic Viera X1 site.com, for example, and you could just promote a whole line of these TVs because that seems to be a line of Panasonic TVs. So you could just promote those. You could also, like, for example, take this like Samsung PN05 TV. And it really helps you if the keyword phrase or the product you're trying to go after is in the domain name. That's really going to give you the best benefit possible. Now, if you have any questions as to the legality of using the company's name within your domain, it's best that you talk to somebody about it. But I've never run into any issues with this, and also it's most advised that if you're going to do this, that you're just that you make sure that you very much are very aware of the rules and regulations, the FTC guidelines, and also make sure that you're very much aware of the fact that you put notices that you are not tied to the company, that this is an affiliate site or something like that. You are an affiliate promoting this product, but you're not a Panasonic entity or something like that. Usually when you do that, you're going to be just fine. I'm throwing that in there just because some people can get concerned about that. So you might also try, just some different options here. Just grab the keyword phrase that it is you're going after and just plug that in there. So that's what I'm doing here, is just plugging this data in here. So Panasonic Bravia V series, that's a type of TV. So we could put television and then hit go. And it looks like Sony Bravia V series television is available. So if that was a set of TVs you were going to be promoting, then there you go. That domain name is handy and available to get. And I find from my research and all the time I've been online that the most efficient you get is when your keyword phrase is found within the domain name, when the keyword phrase it is that you're going after. That really gets you excellent results. Now, if you don't really want to do that, don't feel very comfortable about going at it with the name of the product and such in the domain, then I would recommend you do something like whatever it is you're going after. Like, let's say it's the LCD TV niche, for example, or HD TV. You could do something like go to GoDaddy, type in LCD TV, LCD HD TV, and then hit go. and that's probably going to be taken, so you might find some other ideas here though. They're also going to recommend that you look at some other options here. So LCD TV now, LCD TV today, the LCD TV. So there you have it. So you can still accomplish this by having your own domain, but this time may not have the keyword phrase in there. So but that's how you go about going through your domain. That's the research part. Now when it comes time to register that domain, what you're going to choose is just choose continue to registration. Continue to registration. And you may need to, at this point, you may need to set up your account with GoDaddy. So I recommend that you go here to create an account if you are brand new. Otherwise, if you already do have a GoDaddy account, I would recommend that you log in and you actually log into your account and then go about the process of registering that domain name again, because sometimes they won't keep it in your shopping cart unless you're logged in. But once you're logged into your domain, I'm going to take you through that process here in just a moment. I'm going to log in and we're going to grab a domain and I'll take you through the process. Okay, so I just registered and logged into my GoDaddy account. So I've already actually had an account, so I'm now logged in here. And you're going to go right back here to domains, and you just want to select register domains, and you're going to be taken to a page that looks slightly different than the home page, but still very similar. What you want to do is put in the main keywords. Let's just use like that Sony Bravia example. So let's just grab Sony Bravia V series television, and then put the .com. I recommend you go with the .com or the .net. If the .com is taken, go with the .net, but stay away from .us and .info domain names. Sony Bravia V series television.com is available, so just choose add. And now in this next step, what you're going to do is come right over here and choose continue to registration. They make it really easy with these nice orange buttons. Now they're going to try to upsell you on these other domains. Go ahead and just choose no thanks on these. You only need one domain at this point. GoDaddy's very good about upselling, so that's really about the only downside with them. As far as registration length for this example, you really only need it for 1 year. I don't recommend you go much more than that. So you just need it for 1 year. Now scroll all the way down here and go down to where it says no thanks, I'm ready to check out. Otherwise, you're going to be hit with offer after offer after offer. The only thing in your shopping cart at this point should be your domain name. It's very, very important. Should be your domain name. So now just hit continue. Okay, so now this phase, you've got here your domain and you've got the year, and then you just choose your payment method. So choose whatever it is, whether it's a credit card, whether it's a PayPal account, and then you can just plug in that you've agreed to the terms of service, and then just hit continue at checkout. And on the next page, you're going to be met with a form where you would fill out like your credit card information, for example. So let's just show you that example here. So you can go in here, just fill out your billing details, your credit card number, name on card, expiration date, all that data, and then just hit place your order, and that's going to go ahead and process your order for you. So that's through the process of registering your domain, and once you register, you'll get a confirmation message telling you that your domain's been registered, so you'll be able to access it. And you're going to be able to find your domains inside your GoDaddy account under domains, and then just select my domains, and then select my domains to actually look at all the domain names that you have purchased in the past or in the present, or the domain you just purchased if it's your brand new account. So this is a list here of the domains. So what I would recommend that you do now is that you go on to the next process after you've registered your domain. Try to make it a nice keyword rich domain name, whether it's using just straight keywords or using the product names that you're promoting. That's what I would recommend you do. And then we'll go on to the next process, which is going to be to choose and set up your hosting account, and then we'll tie this domain name to whatever hosting account it is that you've set up so we can move forward with this process. In this next very important step, I'm going to show you step by step how to tie your domain name to your hosting account. And for this to work, you need to go to GoDaddy.com or wherever you have registered your domain. For this example, we are using GoDaddy.com. So what you need to do now is go right on over to your hosting account and actually get some information from them first before you go to GoDaddy. So what you want to do here is go to your hosting account and ask for your name servers or DNS information. Typically, you will find this in the frequently asked questions section. You might find this in the back end of your hosting account when you log in using the username and password that you set up. And if you can't find it and you have selected HostGator or Bluehost, they have 24-hour support. Other hosting companies might be able to help you out pretty fast as well. So you just need to get in touch with them and find out what it is, what the name servers are. They're always going to look like this. It's going to have start with NS, and there's always going to be two of them. They may not all say NS1 and NS2. One might say NS and then have several numbers. Another one might say NS then have several other numbers as well. But you're always going to have two of them. So for this example, I have chosen Bluehost for my hosting account. So these are going to be my name servers because those are true Bluehost name servers. Now these for a HostGator are more than likely are going to be different. And so you need to make sure you know what your name servers are or this step will not work. But this step is vital to getting your website live. So what you need to do now is go right on over to GoDaddy.com, log into your account, go to domains and select my domains. And if you have multiple domain names, you just need to scroll down till you find the domain that you're working from. Otherwise, if it's your first domain, it should be right at the top. And they do alphabetize it if that makes it easier on you. So I'm going to just go to the domain name I want to choose, put the checkbox in there, select name servers, and then what I'm going to do is by default they will say I host my domain with another provider. Make sure that is checked, and then you're going to put in the name servers that you are going to be using. And just type in NS1 or whatever the name server information is. And it doesn't matter if you type it in lowercase or uppercase, it will change it accordingly. Then you choose OK. And it says your changes have been submitted. So go ahead and select OK. And your name servers are actually all completed now. So what you're going to do next is go right on over to the next section, next step of this process. And that's to go right on over to your hosting company. So you can either go to HostGator or Bluehost, whoever you've set up an account with. And if you're with HostGator, typically it's going to be the domain name you set up /cPanel. If you're with Bluehost, you'll just go to the front end and sign in, which that's the example I'm giving you here. So I'm just going to log in to my Bluehost account here. It'll take just a moment. And both HostGator and Bluehost use what's called cPanel, which makes life much easier on the back end when you're trying to do things. You don't need to know what everything means back here, but for the most part, there's just a few main areas you want to understand, and that's just what we're going to cover here. You want to go to domains because you now need to tie the domain name to your hosting account. And if you were using HostGator, you may not need to do this step. It depends on how the hosting company does it. But you need to make sure that you get the right name servers with your domain. So I go to domains, choose add-on domains. Domains, and select add-on domains. Now you're going to choose the domain that may not be associated with your account yet. Just type in that information. If you set up your name servers correctly, it's going to tell you the name servers were verified. So you're just going to make sure add-on domain is chosen. Scroll down to where it says create new directory. And it's always going to make the main domain a subdomain. And that's okay. So choose add domain. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to set up WordPress and install it on your website using Fantastico, which comes pre-installed on most hosting companies. If you're going to use HostGator, which is recommended here, then what you would do is just log into your HostGator cPanel or control panel as it's called. They will help you get this information. If for some reason you cannot find this in your email, give them a phone call. Their phone number is right on their website at hostgator.com. They have 24/7 support, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Typically, you can reach them. So go ahead and call them, find out how to access that. Typically, it's going to be the main website domain that you've registered with a / and then cPanel. That's usually what it's going to be. So what you're going to do is log into your cPanel, and it's going to look like this, or at least somewhat similar. So what you're going to do is scroll down to where it says Software and Services, and you want to choose Fantastico Deluxe. Fantastico Deluxe. After that, what you want to do is go to Blogs on the left-hand side and select WordPress. Then after that, you want to choose New Installation. And then you would just want to choose your domain, which typically it's going to be the main domain, but maybe something else. So choose your domain. And install in directory, just leave that blank because that's going to install it in the main folder. As far as admin access goes, you want to just choose admin. Then for password, put in a password that you want to use. Admin nickname, I usually just keep that at admin, or you could use your name. The email, we're just, this will be an email that is, people can access you at, just your basic email. Your site name, this is where I'd put in the name of the product it is that you are promoting. So let me just plug that in here. And you could add blog to the end of that, and you can always come back in and change this part. Then just simply choose Install WordPress. After that, it's going to ask you in step 2 of 3, it's going to tell you that a MySQL database is going to be created. Then that's okay. So you just want to choose Finish Installation. And there you have it. Your website is actually now set up. So it's going to tell you the full area where you can go to actually log in. And it's going to give you username and the password that you've selected. So you can just click on that. And you can see that in literally minutes, I've now installed WordPress on this site. So I've now completely installed WordPress on here. There it is. So now we're going to go to the next step of the process, which is to work on configuring the website. So we're ready to move on to the next phases, which is going to put money in your pocket with this system. For this next video, I'm going to show you step by step how to set up your WordPress website after you've actually done the installation of it. So I'm going to show you how to optimize it using plugins and other ways to make your site search engine friendly so you can maximize the targeted traffic that you receive. This step is extremely important to the overall success of the campaign. So to make this work, you need to go to your main website, so the domain name that you purchased and that you've installed WordPress on, and you'll use /wp-admin, wp-admin. So go ahead and put that into your address bar, or it will be the same link that you actually got after you installed your WordPress website automatically using one of the tools we talked about in the previous videos. So what you're going to do now is just plug in your username and your password that you use to set this up. So that's what I'm going to do here, is just plug in this information. And it'll take just a moment. Okay, and once you're logged in, you can actually go in. It'll first ask you if you want to, change your password, or you could choose no thanks, but you can also do this at a later time. But sometimes, if you decide you want to change your password, this would be a spot to. Otherwise, if you entered it yourself, just choose no thanks, and that will be just fine. So what we want to do here is we want to make this website more search engine friendly. So to do this, we need to do a couple of things. The first thing you want to do is you want to set up what's called the permalinks. So on the left hand side here over dashboard, you want to choose settings. Now what you want to choose inside settings here is you're going to notice it's going to tell you blog title, and it's going to tell you the tagline. So that's the first thing you want to take out, is take out that tagline. Make sure that your domain is in here with the www. That's great. Put in your main, an email address that you would check often. Then you can get notified when activity happens. Right here, you can choose your time zone. And then right over here in this next step, you could choose how you want the date to post. So all these will be just fine, and then hit Save Changes. The next thing that I would do is come right down here on the left hand side under settings, and you want to look for something called permalinks. Permalinks. Inside permalinks, you want to make sure that custom structure is the option you choose, and you want to set it up so it looks like this. Custom structure, you want to do /% post name %/ That's going to make sure every single one of your posts includes the actual name of the post in your link, so it's going to look very search engine friendly. After you do that, you just want to select Save Changes. Save Changes. Now you would again go right back here to General, and under the blog title, you do want to make sure that it has your main keyword phrase, and then something like blog or review site, or just the name of the product or keyword phrase you're really targeting. So in this case, this is product fit specific, so you really want to use like the name of the product, because that's going to help you maximize that traffic. So Oakley gas can sunglasses, that would be a good one to use. So then come right down here again and choose Save Changes. So now what I'm going to do next is go ahead to the next process, which is to install some domain names so that you can actually make this system work for you. So what I like to do is go right on over and install some plugins. On the left hand side, you want to choose plugins, and you want to select add new. Add new. So here's a few plugins that I recommend that you go ahead and use. The first one is called All-in-One SEO. So you just type into the search term box All-in-One SEO. And then you can go ahead and choose Install. And then what you're going to do now is go ahead and choose Install Now. And it's going to say downloading, and then it says unpacking, then it will say installing the plugin. Usually it's going to go just like this if you're using Bluehost or HostGator. Some of the other hosts that you might be using may make you manually install it, but there are video tutorials that show you how to do that. But this one, as far as Bluehost, HostGator, they're really good about letting you actually automatically install it straight from the domain, or straight from the back end here. Then you want to choose Activate Plugin. So now that that's activated, you want to go down to the Hello Dolly plugin, and I recommend that you just delete that one. And then there's going to be another plugin here called Akismet, or Akismet, depending on how you want to pronounce it. So just choose Activate, but what you need to do here to make this work is you must enter a WordPress.com API key. So in order to do this, you need to actually just click on this, and I like to just open that in a new tab, and they will give you some instructions on how to do that. So you want to come over here and choose Get Your Key. So I'll just open that in a new tab. And this is actually set up to make your blog run much more efficiently. So to grab your key, you do need to just log into your WordPress.com account, and if you are brand new, you can just choose Sign Up, and then they will actually take you through the process. So let me just plug in, kind of a sample here. You could put in your website name if you want. And then choose an email address. And then choose I've read the terms after you've read them. And then you could put just a username. Then choose Next. Oh, looks like I'm already using that email. Okay, so I went ahead and plugged in my email address that I'm going to use. So that's what I've done, and then it's going to make me activate my account. So that'll take just a moment. Okay, so I got an email here to activate it. So after that, you just click on that link. And then what you're going to do now is come right back over here, and you need to actually log into your account. So that's what I'm going to do here, is just log into my account. Okay, so this is now set up. So now what you need to do is come up to where it says My Account, choose Global Dashboard. Inside Global Dashboard, you want to choose Profile. Once you're inside Profile, it's going to give you your WordPress.com API key. So you just want to copy this code. Oops, you just want to copy that again. And you want to come right over here to where it says Akismet configuration and paste that in there. And then go ahead and select Update Options. Okay, the options have been saved. So you can close that tab and go ahead and log out of your WordPress.com area. And then go back to where it says Plugins over here on the left hand side. And then the Akismet is going to be activated now. So that plugin is important because it really will eliminate a lot of spam comments that you run into, so it'll make you run this more efficiently. So all-in-one SEO, Akismet, and the other couple plugins that I recommend you use are the following. Just go to Plugins, choose Add New, and then go ahead and choose Social Bookmarker. Okay, so I just did a search for Social Bookmarker, and this plugin here called Social Bookmarks, you can actually click on it to take a look at it. Will be what you want to look for. So it's going to just be called Social Bookmarks. You can just choose Install, and then go ahead and select Install Now. Now what you want to do is go back to where it says Plugins, and you'll see right there where it says it's been set up. And then the other plugin that you want to install is a Twitter type plugin. So just type in Twitter. And you want to go ahead and choose Tweet This as the plugin. So go ahead and type in Tweet This, and that'll be the plugin you want to choose. Then choose Install. And then after that, go ahead and choose Install Now. And then after that, you're going to go over to where it says Settings. And under the Settings area, you'll choose All-in-One SEO. And then after that, you're going to go ahead and log in, or actually go over here to where it says Plugin Status and choose Enabled. And for the home title, you want to put in the main title of your site, which is going to be your main keyword phrase. So Oakley gas can, sunglasses, review, Xbox 360 system, whatever keyword phrase it is you're going for your product. Under description, you want to put in a good sentence or two description. So, buy Oakley gas can, sunglasses today and save this holiday or this year. You don't want to say holiday season because that could eliminate you the rest of the year. And then put keywords, go ahead and put those in, which would be your main keyword phrase. And then everything else could stay the same. You could, sometimes what I like to do here is actually take out blog title from post and page title. So then that way it'll just be whatever it is, that you've elected to choose there. Everything else will be just fine. then choose Update Options. Okay, so that part will be complete. Now you just want to go over, choose Visit the Site, and you can kind of see how it's coming together here. Okay, so that is now how you go ahead and install your plugins. So all-in-one SEO is really an important one that you need, and then the other plugins will really help you as well because it's important to have like your social bookmarking plugins. But the most important ones to really think about would be the all-in-one SEO, and then social bookmarks and tweet this. Those are more optional, but those also will really help you. And then a Keysmat will really make your life much, much easier. So that's how you go about installing plugins, how you go about making your site more search engine friendly, how you set it up so that you can actually maximize your traffic with your WordPress website. So we're going to go on to the next step of the process, which will be going about and selecting a theme for your site so you can actually get the ball rolling. By default, WordPress gives you a basic theme here. So I'm going to show you how to go about changing that theme so it looks a little more professional and so it actually sets you apart from some of the other websites out there. So what you want to do is come right over here to log into your dashboard, and you just want to choose Appearance. You just want to choose Appearance from the left-hand side. You want to come down and choose Add New Themes. Add New Themes. And what I recommend you do is that I usually go by colors, black, blue, those tend to be professional looking. You could also choose silver, and then actually just do a quick search here for themes that match that color. So go ahead and just choose Find Themes. And you're going to find here some possible themes to consider. So if you see a theme that you might like, just simply choose Preview. And if that theme looks pretty good to you, just go ahead and come over here and choose that little X. And then you can actually just come right up here and choose Install. And then go ahead and select Install Now. And now you can come right back to your website, refresh it. Or actually choose Activate, I apologize. After you install it, go ahead and choose Activate and then come over to your website. So after you've activated it, then come over to your website, and you'll notice it completely changes the look and feel of your site. Now you can go back and do this, for several different, color options. You could do searches for 1 or 2 column sites over here. It's really going to be up to you. 2 column sites are usually what you want to go with because it gives you some good options as well to go with. So then just I'm just going to look for another one that looks pretty clean and that looks like it'll work. Here's one that looks well. If I go ahead and choose Preview, that theme comes out nicely. So you can go ahead and then just choose Install. Click Install Now. And if you do want to activate that theme, just click Activate right here. And then come right over here and refresh your website. And notice how that changed the look and feel one more time. And if you want to go back to change the theme in the future, just go under Appearance and Themes, and then actually just click on Activate, and it would reactivate the theme. And you can always come in and change the theme, but I recommend that you spend a little bit of time, but don't spend piles of time on this process. Notice how it just took me just a few minutes to actually find a few really good themes. But you don't want to spend all your time on this step just because it can get you caught up and the most important part is that you're focusing on making money with this system. So we're going to go on to the next step, which will be some ways you can use to actually start cashing in more with this system. In this next video, we're now at the spot where we need to grab our Amazon.com affiliate link for some of the products we're going to be promoting. So what I recommend you do is go to Amazon.com and then just scroll all the way to the bottom, and you're going to look for, under Make Money with Us, Join Associates. And I recommend that just because it's the easiest way to find it, if in case you've lost the affiliate address for Amazon. Amazon, you can alternatively go to their affiliate program by going to affiliate-program.amazon.com. Again, that's affiliate-program.amazon.com, or you can just go to amazon.com and then click on Join Associates. So I'm just going to log in here to this account we're using for this system. And what I recommend you do is that you come right on over and you go to Links and Banners. Links and Banners. And what you're going to do from this area is you just want to choose product links. So I would go ahead and choose add product links now. And then where it says search all products, what I would recommend you do is just type in the name of the product it is that you're promoting. You could also, if depending on where you're promoting your product from, if you're doing it from all products, you can just choose all products. Or if you're doing a product specific to endless.com, which is what I'm actually using because it's 15% commissions, then you could just choose search endless.com. So I'm going to type in the name of the product that I'm promoting, gas can sunglasses. And here's going to bring up a variety. There's several different Oakley gas can sunglasses. So I'm going to be promoting all of these sunglasses, but I'm just going to choose one for this first example. So what I recommend you do, we're just going to select, let's just say this one. That looks good, this black one here. And what you want to choose next to the product you want to be promoting is go ahead and select Get Link. Get Link. Then it's going to give you several different options as far as choosing your link and how that goes. It's going to ask for a text and image, image only, or it's going to say text only. So I recommend you grab all of them, just, or at least say you grab several, at least you try to grab a couple of them because that's going to work well into your post. So I would highly recommend that you at least go, go try to go for like an image link and a text link at least, just because it's going to make your life that much easier when you're going for it. Also, this text and image option looks good, but with the image only, you actually have a little more flexibility. So it's going to just kind of be up to you on how you want to do that. You could actually choose this link, to show a border or to not show a border, so that comes out a little nicer. You could choose to use a larger image of the product, would actually also help some. And then you could select open link in a new window or not to open in a new window, depending on how you want to do that. So for now, we're going to grab this text and image link. All you do is just click on Highlight HTML, right click and choose Copy. And then I like to open up, like a notepad file all the time. So I'm just going to come down here and paste that in here. And we're going to call this text and image. And it's good to just, separate so you understand which is which. This is going to be called just text. So you're going to come right over here to where it says text only. And you just want to highlight that and grab that one. And then the next one you just want to choose is image. And we'll go into detail when we actually make the post on how to go about, and set these up. So just wanted to show you though how to go about grabbing your links. I recommend that you try to grab all three. The image links will be good. Text and image links are also good. Sometimes without the border, it actually can go a little more in line with your post, so it doesn't look, as salesy potentially to people. Plus, it may not, with the price there, that may deter people sometimes. So it might be best to kind of just choose, I like text only for that reason, just because it doesn't show the price, and then image only because that also doesn't show the price, but it shows the product well. So, and people are used to clicking on images now. So again, to take you through the process one more time, when you first log in, just choose on links and banners. And if you want to select, just select product links. That's what I recommend you do. That's the easiest. And you will just want to go for all products, and you can search for whatever product you're promoting. So I'm going to show one more example here. Just hit go, and there it is. So there's Xbox 360 system, and then you could select get link, and then you could actually again select from your different images here. Text and image, image only, text only. So it gives you a variety of different options as well. So that's what I recommend you do as far as grabbing that, is that you go ahead and just grab that link by going to links and banners, and that will make your life much easier as far as promoting this. Just links and banners, product links, and then just do a simple search for what it is you have to offer. And then I recommend you grab the links, put them into a notepad file like this, and that you label them. And if you are going to use Notepad, though, make sure that if you have word wrap on, before you use the link, that you take word wrap off. And we'll go over that in the next step, which is going to be how we create this post, how do we work this into our blog. And then after that, we're going to go on to promoting our site a little bit so you can start getting some quick traffic and make the system work for you. After you've set up your website and made your first post, it's now time to promote your offer. And to do that, you're going to use social bookmarking. Social bookmarking is where basically you tell other websites, other people out there about your website. It's kind of a social interaction. But what's very beneficial about social bookmarking is that your social bookmarking pages themselves, like the dig.com post you do, mix.com, the different posts that you do, oftentimes can rank highly in the search engines. So this is a great way to kickstart your campaign. Also, it can benefit you from some of the social bookmarking sites because they will help give you a backlink to your website, which can help make sure your website gets indexed and gets found within the search engines. Now, you've already set up your website so it's search engine friendly, and also if you purchase your domain correctly, and also since you're using WordPress for this example, your site typically will get indexed by Google within about a week or so. But this bookmarking will help expedite that process, speed it up, and it's also going to help you possibly get some more exposure, which in turn leads to more traffic over the course that this is out there. So let's just jump right in here. What you're going to do is the two main sites I recommend you go to first is dig.com. Now, even though dig.com doesn't necessarily send a direct link to your site that may be found by the search engines, the pages on dig.com still stand out very, very well. So when it's your first time to dig.com, just go to join dig right here, join dig at the top, and then put in your username and password and your other basic information. Otherwise, if you're brand new, you can just, or if you already have an account, you can just log in. So I'm just going to log into an account here that I have. Now what you're going to do is go up here to the top and click on Submit New. Once you do that, it's going to say enter the URL, so you want to grab the link to your site that you're promoting. Now you're going to select news article, since it's just your main website. Go ahead and hit continue. After that, it's going to give you a title possibly. Typically, it will pull from the title that you already have for your site. So in this case, that's the correct one because that's the product title. So your specific, when you're doing your dig, would be the product keyword phrase that you're going after for this example. Now what you're going to do is come right down here and choose the best category. So I'm just going to choose the best category. So let's just look through here real quick. This one, probably people or odd stuff, that'd probably be a good category. Then you'll scroll all the way down here, and where it says, are you human? Just go ahead and put in this data. And then hit submit story. And once it's submitted, you should see a page that looks just like this. Now this page on dig.com that you're looking at right here can get indexed in the search engines, and if you were to click right here, it should take people right on through to your mini website that you are establishing and setting up for this particular example. So there you have it. That does work. That takes people right to the site. So now we'll go right on over to mix.com. Mix.com is very, very good because it also can help you get a backlink and more exposure, and their pages also rank well within Google. So just go to mix.com, choose sign up for this example. Once you selected sign up, you're just going to put in your email, your password, basic information again, and then register. Once you have your account, just click on login. And what I'm going to do here is just log in here, and it'll take just a moment. So what you're going to do is go right up here and choose submit link. You're going to look for something that says submit story, submit link, submit content. All of them will say something similar. So for page URL, you want to grab the link of your website again. So let's just put that in here. And then choose just story and hit continue. Now what you're going to do for title is just make sure that's correct. That should again be your product specific keyword phrase. And for the description, just use a nice descriptive text there. And I'm going to choose, let's see here, probably fun category if they have shopping. Nope. Let's see, life. Let's just look for the best category here. So you just want to narrow down the best category possible that you're trying to look for. Probably go under fun would be a good topic. Fun, and then possibly odd news. And then as far as tags describing your story, I'd recommend you use tags related to your product. So Oakley sunglasses, gas can sunglasses. So all the products, Nintendo Wii Fit, Wii, all those kind of keywords. If that was the product you're going after, Xbox 360, you get the idea, but you want to go after these product specific keyword phrases. Now simply hit submit, and you're almost done here. And actually this will be the page where it's actually going to be completed. So it'll take just a moment. It gives you 15 minutes to go back in and change this and edit it if you want. So I recommend you click on that just to make sure your link is working, and it appears to be, so everything looks good there. So we can go on to the next one. So that's mix.com for you. So now we'll go on to another set of websites that you can leverage. I recommend here that you go to socialmarker.com, socialmarker.com, and you're going to see on socialmarker.com a whole list of social bookmarking websites. Now, what I would do if I were you is just choose like best option, and then go ahead and just submit to these top social bookmarking websites that show up. And then after you've submitted to them, these are the more popular ones. Go ahead and choose do follow, because those will be search engine friendly, so they'll help build a backlink. And then go ahead and submit to those, like Mr. Wong, that's a great one. And to get to those sites, you just click on that little logo, any of their logos. It will take you right into their websites. Set up the accounts just like I showed you, and then you submit the links just like I showed you. Just make sure the keywords is your product specific, very product specific. It's extremely important that you do that. And that's really what the focus is. And that's going to help you generate more exposure, more backlinks, and possibly get your site ranked higher and indexed in the search engine, so you can start getting more traffic for the system and start making money. So we'll go on to another promotional strategy that you can start using right away as well. In this next video, I'm going to show you another promotional strategy to start getting more traffic to this website once you set it up. So what you're going to do is write a press release. I really like using press releases to get fast traffic, especially when you've just launched a website. So what I'm going to do is lay out the strategy and system that I use to submit and write a press release actually. You're going to notice here the name product that I'm promoting is the Oakley gas can sunglasses, as you know. So you want to write a press release talking about a review site that you've just launched, or something about the website that you just launched. So for example, you want to make sure you title the press release. Your press release needs a title, as you can see right here, and this template is going to be available to you, so you'll actually be able to actually read it and actually see how I structured things, how I worded things, and where I placed different things. So what I would recommend you do, you want a good keyword rich title for your press release, and then you want to put in your business name and kind of put in what you do, which is an internet marketing company based out of, and then like your state or your country. Then do something that you've announced that you're launching a new review website that features, and then you could put the name of the product in here, and then you could actually set a link to your website. And then put a quote in here, so basically a quote from you as a person. So there's my quote: the goal of this website is to give interested customers a convenience, and then I go on to detail. And then also it's very important, especially if you're going after something like a product related, that you try to at least say that you're not affiliated with the main company, that I'm no lawyer, but that may end up, that'll help basically if they end up seeing that. So you don't want anybody to think that you're part of that company, because you're just an affiliate, obviously. So you want to make sure you're upfront about that stuff. You can put in just some other details of the product, like I chose to put in, the price range. I could have put in, like how many products are in the Oakley gas can sunglasses line. I followed up with a few more quotes And then also, put in another detail like the items could be shipped for free, just because that's the affiliate program. Especially if you're with Amazon, most of the items within Amazon can be shipped for free if they're over, I think it's $35, up to $50. It usually ships for free. So that would be another incentive to make sure you tell people about in your offers. And then at the end, just make sure that you close it out with the actual link. So once you've structured this press release, again, this will be available for you in Word document format so you can actually understand the process. What you want to do then is actually take this press release and you want to copy it. So copy all the information to a notepad file. So just grab it, copy it to a notepad file. So that's what I'm going to do here. Then you want to choose Format, Word Wrap. You want to make Word Wrap on. The next thing you want to do is just go through here and actually just, once word wrap is on every single one of these lines, you just want to understand that this is going to be a new paragraph. So you want to make sure that you have this down, because this is important because it's going to help you as you do this next process, which is to submit your press release. So make sure that you have your title as well laid out. And it's also important that you have a summary ready to go as well, which I'll show you how to write that. So you have the title of your press release. You want to have a summary. Basically, the summary would just talk about what your offer is. So, a new review website is launching for the Oakley gas can sunglasses line. So basically, you could just insert that with your own product and keyword phrases. Then keywords would be keywords related to the products. It'd be the product manufacturer, maybe the product line name, maybe the product itself. So those would be kind of keyword ideas. And sometimes they're called tags within these sites as well. So what you need to do next is go right on over to go right on over to a site called free-press-release.com, just like you see on your screen. Free dash will go in there, press-release.com. When you first go there, you're just going to click on register. And once you've registered, just put in your username, password, and then your email address. So what you want to do next is come right over here, and you want to click on login after you've registered. So go ahead and just log in here, which is what we're going to do for this example. What you do next is go ahead and click submit a press release. And then there's several options here. You could choose a Premier press release. This is one that I highly recommend because it's for $1. You can actually get a backlink to your site, which will really help you and help increase click-throughs. Because what I found is that this free press release site, free-press-release.com, actually shows up quite well within the search engines for your main keyword phrase, oftentimes, most of the time. So I highly recommend you try to at least get a link. When you first are doing this though, you can do the free option because you'll at least get ranked, and then you could actually decide if you see your press release ranked to upgrade for the dollar. But I usually do that. When you first do it though, you need to be willing and ready to invest $20, I believe it is now, to fund your account. So you just need to make sure that that will happen when you first do it. But then, obviously you're going to be creating probably tons of these sites, so it's going to be completely up to you. But if that's going to bother you, just go with the free option because it can also give you some exposure. So go ahead and just click next. Now what you want to do is put in your unique title here. So I'm going to just pull up this notepad file we have. So this is my title. Make sure again that you have your main keyword phrase, which is your product name, in the title. Then you've got a summary here they're asking for, and this is why I like to write it out because it just makes this process much smoother. Oops, that was not good. So let's go back and log back in here. So you want to log in and click submit press release, and then choose the option, so Premier press release, and then click on next. Okay, and then put in your title. So I'm putting in my summary here, and then we're going to grab the title. And again, this is why it's good to put it into like a text-based file. And then for the news body, this is where the body of your press release goes. Make sure word wrap is still set to off. You can do that by going to format and word wrap. I'm doing this within Notepad. Many computers have a text editor of some sort, whether it's an Apple or a PC. Then you can just paste that in there. The next thing you want to do, it'll ask you to read the numbers, so go ahead and do that. And then as far as your tags go, just click on that arrow and then copy and paste your main keyword tag. So notice how easy that was because I'd previously put those in. So you're just going to paste that. Now if you selected the paid option, it's going to ask for your website. So you're going to want to make sure you put in your website because it's going to give you a link. And then you could attach an image if you wanted to. You don't have to. Industry, this would be best to kind of choose the industry this will go in. Oftentimes for these examples it would go under probably lifestyle and shopping of some sort, if that's where they have it. They may or may not have that. So you just want to pick the very best category for this particular item. So we'll just scroll through here and look for the best one. Sometimes industry is good. So we'll just go under industry and then let's see, apparel, because it does go on your face. And then go ahead and choose contact and just put in your main contact details. And then for your website, you're just going to go ahead and just plug that. You don't have to plug in your website again, but you could if you wanted to. You could put your address, or just put in like your phone number for people to get you, whichever one you want to do. And then go ahead and come right down here and choose submit. And it'll ask if you're going to be charged. If you're doing the free option, obviously it will not ask. What I like best about these guys is as soon as you submit it, you get instant gratification because your press release goes live. Just like with the social bookmarking as well. This is why I like it for a fast traffic method. And there you have a perfectly optimized press release with your main keyword phrases. There's a backlink right down there that takes them right into your website. It's always good to test that link to make sure that is indeed working, and it looks like it is. So that's excellent. So now you can go on to the next step, which is to go to another free press release site that I love to use called prlog.org. prlog.org. So let's just go over here, prlog.org. And again, when you first get here, just set up an account. You just go to submit press release, and then it's going to basically ask you to create a PR account and just go through the basic details there. So I'm going to log in because I am an existing user. This part will take just a moment. Choose add new. Now what I'm going to do here is insert my press release headline one more time. So I'll just show you that process again. It's just highlighting this and then copying and pasting it. You can hit Control C, or you could right click and choose copy, whichever option you like. So you're just going to paste that in there. Grab your summary. This is why it's so important that you pre-write your summary and your title and your keyword, just because it makes life so much easier as you're going through this process. Put in the press release body here. Then scroll on down and choose your best category. So all the categories will be different. This one is going to be shopping. Make sure you select add, and then maybe you could select fashion, for example. And you could put the name of your company, or like your website is another example. Oakley gas can sunglasses.com. Put in your contact email, and then come right down here to where it says tags or keywords. This is where you're going to plug that in here. Then you could put in a company profile if you wanted to. And then you could choose an image. You can just browse if it's reasonable. Obviously you don't want to use a copyrighted image, so usually you can just skip that. Make sure as soon as possible is checked. And all these optional categories you could put in, so you don't need to. And then go ahead and choose go to final step. Okay, so this step is optional, so let's just skip that. And you can just, for speed's sake, just speed that up and just skip the optional steps. Now this will tell you, see how you like the press release basically. If your links are not live, like my links were not live here, you could go back in and modify that press release to make sure they are live. So let's just do that. So I'll scroll back down here, and you can make them live by putting HTTP in front of them usually, and that will be enough to get your links live. So then choose go to final step. And notice now my links are live, which is what you want because that's going to increase your click-through. And then go all the way down to the very bottom and click on submit. And now your press release has been published. You can click on view this press release, and you'll notice that your press release now shows up. And if you were to click on that link, it should take people right on over to your website, and it looks like it's going to. So there's our website. So that's all working great. So now what you want to do is go right on over to Google, and you can type in submit press release free, and you can actually find more press release sites that you can submit to. So that's the process for promoting your site with press releases. In this next video, we're going to talk about Web 2.0 properties that you can use to actually promote this campaign a little bit more. So what I recommend you do is that you pull up the press release that you wrote in the previous video and that you have in your notepad file. So I recommend that you pull this up. It's highly recommended that you save this file so that you can access it at a later time. So what I do is I go to blogger.com first. If you have a Google account, you'll be able to sign right in. If you do not, just choose create a blog. A Google account could be AdSense, AdWords, or Gmail. Any of those will get you into blogger.com. So I recommend that you just come right over here to blogger.com and just log in with your main website that you're going for. Okay, now that you are now logged into your Blogger account, you'll see something that looks like this. You might see several blogs in there. So what I recommend you do is that you just choose create a blog, and for your blog title, choose your main keyword phrase. So Oakley. Obviously you would submit, Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, whatever it is that you are promoting. Then choose check availability. And ideally you want to have your main keyword phrase in your Blogger URL as well. Then just go through their word verification and hit continue. And then the next thing you want to do is choose your blog. I recommend just this first theme is usually pretty good. And then choose start blogging. Now it's going to take you right here to your first post. So this is right where I would actually submit that press release that you already wrote. It's just important that you're getting more exposure out there and more possible backlinks to your website. So what I recommend you do here is you come over here and insert this press release and just paste that in here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and pasted that press release in there. And now what you want to do is actually make everything clickable. So we're just going to highlight that text, click up here to this little paperclip icon and the world, and just put in your main website there, and find your other link and do the same thing. Because this is where you want to send people right back to your website. I also recommend that you take the main keyword phrase you're trying to rank for, and you actually link up that keyword phrase as well. Okay, now what you're going to do under here is where it says labels, put in your main keyword or your tags, and then just choose publish post. And then you can actually click here on view post to actually take a quick look at it. So there you have it. That'll should link right into your website, so you just want to test that out. And it looks like it is. So that seems to be working great. So that is working great. So now that that is set up correctly, you could go in and you could actually bookmark this blogger site just to kind of help get a little bit more traffic coming in as well. That would be another strategy to consider. Now another Web 2.0 property that I would leverage is a site called Squidoo. So if you're first time to Squidoo, just you sign up. It's squidoo.com. Very popular Web 2.0 site, and you can just put in your first name, last name, email. And then simply come over here and choose login once your account is set up. So I'm just going to do that, log in real quick here. Now what you're going to do is go ahead and choose create a lens. This is my test account here. And put what your lens is about, which is your main keyword phrase, which in this example, it's going to be like your product phrase. You want to choose, I just want to get the word out about that. Choose continue. And then set your lens URL. So it's best if it has your main keyword phrase in the URL. And then as far as topic goes, you could choose your topic. So I'm going to choose shopping, and that's usually what you would probably choose for these examples. Now again, you could apply this to any kind of product, but we're just applying this with the main keyword phrase being product specific phrases going for popular products in Amazon.com. So go ahead and click on continue. Best keyword is Oakley gas can sunglasses. You could also try additional phrases. It's also good if you do that. And then just go ahead down here, insert their word, and then choose build my lens. So again, very, very basic up to this point. Now what you're going to see here is an area that says, basically it's got your title there, introduction. So this is important. Click on edit. Your lens intro title, you could leave that blank, or you could actually make it the title of your press release. That's what I would recommend doing. So that's what we're going to do here. And that's why it's good to use this press release. You obviously don't have to. You could create an entire article, but why go through the trouble again if you don't have to? The goal here is to just get the promotion going, get some content flowing for this particular niche you're going after, and then go on to the next one. Now if you want to highlight particular text and make it bold, you could actually just highlight it and hit bold. And then also alternatively, you could actually make the keyword phrase itself that you're trying to go for, you want to highlight that, and you could actually link that up if you wanted to. And all the links will look like a little paper clip right here. So just put in your link and then hit OK. And then scroll right on down here and say save. And then you can come up here to make sure the links are working. And you need to add a little bit more. So here's actually something where you can actually tie your Web 2.0 properties together. So that's why I had you set up Blogger first. Come right over here where it says new RSS, add your blog, click on edit. And then what I would do is, what URL would you like to pull your RSS from, is come over to your Blogger site. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of your main site. So I'd go to the home page of your Blogger page. And then scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see something called Post Atom. Subscribe to, and it says subscribe to Post Atom. You can actually take that link and hit properties and then copy that address. Copy that address. That's now an RSS feed. And you could actually copy that and actually submit it right in here. And then just leave all this. You could put, excerpt 100 characters and then hit save. And that's actually going to help you get some more content out there while actually getting it submitted. So notice it added more keyword rich content. So you could put in, like, let's say an Amazon.com module. You don't need to, I would just stick with this for right now. And that's another great feature is you could actually go to edit here and put in, choose great products, and you could actually let Amazon help pick products, but I don't recommend you do that, just because it might take away from your affiliate commissions. So you can actually cancel out of that, and if you don't like anything up here, just hit cancel and then hit OK. Now what I recommend you do next is just take off. You could keep the Flickr photos actually, so I'd just click on edit, and then you could actually go here to where it says, let Flickr pick, or you could say let me pick, or pick by photo set. I'd just let them pick and then enter your search term. So I'd enter, Oakley, and then that would pick up Oakley sunglasses. And then tell it to pick up 5 photos, and they could update that daily. That'll just kind of help keep it fresh. Doesn't look like there are any pictures found. You could also come over here to YouTube videos and actually put in, a YouTube video. So you could find a video related to your product over at YouTube, which is what I recommend you do. So let's just go over to youtube.com. And just have you plug in some information. So YouTube. Okay, so there's a video of somebody reviewing it. So you actually just grab the link to it and come right on over here, and it will say let me pick, and then you could choose show full size video. Come right down here and then enter that link in there and hit save. And then that will display the video. And then for guest book, you can just leave that there. For new delicious bookmarks, you can click on edit and actually choose, bookmarks by tag if you wanted to, or show popular bookmarks. And you could just say Oakley sunglasses and hit save. And then the last part is you want to go down to the new Google blog search, and you want to just hit edit. The reason you want to do all these things, they may seem insignificant, is because they usually will not let you publish it unless you have something with a significant amount of content. So I would just put in your main keyword phrase, choose blog post, and then go ahead and hit save. Then when you're done with all that, come right up here and click on publish. And now it's going to tell you if it went through, so you can just click on view this lens. And now you've got another Web 2.0 property with your content that's backlinking to your main website again. Notice it's got good keyword rich backlinks. All these are linking right into your main site, which will help you get some more traffic. And there you have it. There's your release. There's your RSS to your Blogger page. And these are all the alternative things that you needed to have it submitted. So that's what your page looks like. Now you could social bookmark this property as well to kind of help it get more traffic. So you can probably start to see how this funnel's coming together. You've got your press releases, you've got your Web 2.0 properties, you've got your social bookmarking properties, and then a final step is you can just go to Google, type in free blog. There's a whole ton of free blogging sites like blogger.com out there that you could actually set up free blogs on, link them all to your main website page to actually get more backlinks to that. But on the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually go and set up a video to promote this whole system. So we'll go into that next.